Hey, everybody. This is Solomon, Book 1, Sapphire Eyes, Chapter 5, Liquor of Dandelions. The silence is deafening. Pebbles walks alone, breathes the brown sunset air. A car goes by, vibrating his bones with rattling bass. He smells the pungent waft of weed smoke, a wrinkle in his nostrils. Plenty of noise surrounds him. A shrill of laughter, a dog bashing the air with its bark. But inside, that is the problem. Too quiet in there. He can't hear the drums, the tribal drums, the war drums. Ever since the day when he saw Falshannah, it's like something fierce and ever ready, something savage has been muted. Like waking up one morning to find not your arm, but a perfectly smooth ball of shoulder attached to nothing at all. How you would scream. How he wants to scream. Too much silence. Too much change. He wishes he'd never met him. Not true. Pebbles loves frocks. He would never have called it that, but there it is, loyalty and a fierce protectiveness. I mean, fierce, like tribal, like they come for you, they come for me. You go down, I go down next to you. He feels that familiar beat rising, boom. He fantasizes about anyone trying to harm his friend again, boom. The lengths to which he would go, the heat and the fury, the crunch of his fists against cartilage, bloody horse battle rage, boom, boom. And there are his beloved drums. He can hear them again. Boom, boom, boom. He can still do what needs to be done if it comes down to it. He feels a little better. And worse. What is this constant tension now? He is a house divided. He is certain that Phrox doesn't want an offering of violence. It's contrary to the essence of what the storyteller stands for. But this is discouraging because it's the only gift Pebbles knows how to give. But this is not Falshannah. Falshannah. How he loves and fears this word, this thing that has gutted him with awe. He kicks a soda can. It twirls ahead, growling. He wants to know this new way and fears it almost equally. Whenever he leaves Phrox's presence, Pebbles feels uneasy. This new language only seems to make sense when the storyteller is near. When Pebbles walks away, the idea of Falshannah begins to seem childish, contemptible, idiotic, unrealistic. Questions torment him. When you give away your power, what's left? What matters more than power? I mean, really, in real life. This is real life, not fairy world where everyone holds hands and sings kumbaya. He doesn't have good answers, just a blur of feelings, shards of a rainbow, a 10 million piece puzzle, and one lucky match. He watches a casual drug deal happening right off the curb. How could he survive in this world without his teeth? It isn't going to work. There is someone walking beside him, closer than he would prefer. But it's fine. It's just himself, the one he buried, the one who distracts you, makes you weak, makes you unable to do what needs to be done. They walk in silence for a long time, heads down, hands in pockets. What do you want? Asks Pebbles. The kid smiles. He does that too much. Takes his hands out of his pockets, shakes them, like, it's nice to have arms. Looks at the sunset, gazes his awe, feels things. Everything's gonna be okay, the kid says, eyes distant. Then he looks at Pebbles and smiles hard, making ripples of joy on either side of his mouth. That's the kind of thing that tweaks Pebbles just right. platitudes, words with no meaning, things on greeting cards, things everyone says and no one means. Bull crap, says Pebbles, but it's half-hearted. He feels like he should hate him. He did hate him. He buried him. What's different today? The kid is so soft, vulnerable as a newborn kitty. What's not to hate? Now he is playing some kind of game in his mind, making explosion noises with his mouth. Shut up, Pebbles urges. Pebbles has seen what happens to kids like this. Weak kids, powerless kids, kids who say things like, everything's going to be okay, when things just keep getting worse. He remembers the many times when things got worse. He remembers putting him in the ground the last time, shoveling dirt over his open eyes and mouth, hiding him, hating him, mourning him. He remembers willing himself into stone. The kid is squatting, holding a dandelion he picked. He's running his finger back and forth across the top, savoring the yellow softness. Pebbles' face is a car wreck of emotions. Embarrassment, anger, fear, longing, confusion. You wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes around here, he says, like reciting a math fact. The kid isn't listening. He darts his tongue out and licks the dandelion. Pebbles feels tears in his eyes, and he grits his teeth and hardens his chest, and despises himself, willing no one to see. This isn't the kid's first time coming back. He's been coming to visit ever since Frox's first story. Frox makes Pebbles feel like maybe there is a world in which this kid could have been allowed to live free. But that world only seems to exist in a 10-foot radius around Frox. And that just isn't going to work. The math doesn't add up. Hard decisions have to be made. Only one of us can survive in a world like this. The kid throws the dandelion, spreads his arms, and takes off, making airplane noises. And it isn't you,